Hi, my name is Khalid Aziz. I am from Loyalty Real Estate Brokerage. Today I am very excited. A high-rise condominium by the name of Maverick will be coming up soon in downtown in the high-demand area of King West. And today I am here in the office of Executive Vice President of Empire Communities, Mr. Dan Floman. And hi, Dan, how are you?
Pleasure. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to share some information about the new projects which are coming up in downtown. So Dan, can you, before we go into the condos, would you like to share some story about yourself?
Well, sure. So I've been in the business now for 27 years. I know I look much younger than that, but it's been 27 years. And 25 of those years I spent in the development side. I've worked with some of the largest developers in the city, and I've been fortunate now to be in my 14th year working with Empire Communities. And I've seen the growth of this company from being a mid-sized volume builder to being one of the largest builders in Ontario, building both high-rise and low-rise. In fact, we do over 1,000 low-rise sales a year also, which Khalid, well, you've supported us on many of our projects in low-rise as well. But we're here today to talk about our high-rise, and in high-rise, Empire has done many buildings that are well-known for most of your clients, I'm sure, and many people who may be watching this. Everything from C Condos in the Continental at Yonge and Finch, Vineyards and Vintages, which was 3 buildings in Richmond Hill, the Modern down on Sherbourne Street, and the list can go and go on and go on. But we also have these 2 great projects which we're here to talk about today.
Yes, so
one in particular, which I know you're very excited about, being the Maverick Condos.
I was so excited, Dan. We remember that when we met first time in the Rain Condos in Oakville. And you said who's selling more in this and they will give the access in a new condo is coming up.
Sure.
And even the name was not decided at that time, and later on you said it is Ude Soleil.
Ude Soleil,
which
yes.
is one of the tallest waterfront condos in Etobicoke.
I was just there an hour ago.
Absolutely, it's so fantastic. And by the way, my son, they have already bought condos there as well.
Well, you support. I know you supported the project, and I was just there, like I said, about an hour ago. And that project, even from the 4th floor, the views are spectacular. So all of your clients that bought into that project have done extremely well.
They have already made up money.
Oh, I know, they've made a lot. They've made a lot of money. Yes. All of your clients have always made money with me.
Yeah, as you know, one secret that, like if I see my history, the maximum number of units I have booked is Ude Soleil. So I'm thankful to you for yourself also for your support. Now let's come to Maverick, Dan. Now this Maverick, I know that it's coming up in the King West area, which is high in demand, and the people, they love to invest there and to live there. Tell me something about Maverick.
So I guess the first thing I would say is King West is a wide area of town, and I would almost say it's on King Street West, but it's really not King West. It's really TIFF. It's the Toronto International Film Festival. The site is directly across the street. You will never repeat this site. When the celebrities are walking to the TIFF, the light box, they are walking directly in front of this building. And again, it's the only building that will be right here. It's just east of Blue Jay Way, right on King Street. The address will be between 321 and 333 King Street West, which is why we call it King West, but it's really not in that King West area per se. It's still right in the core of downtown, right in the heart of where you want to be, right on what was known as Restaurant Row. So you are a stone's throw to Subways. You are right in the heart of the entertainment area, meaning like where the Royal Alex is and all the great theaters of Toronto and the Bell Light Box and all that is to the Toronto International Film Festival. So the building itself is unique. It is a 49-story tower. It is a single point tower, a very small place, so there aren't that many units on each floor, which is important to know. You're not walking onto those huge floors with 50 and 60 units. You're probably going to be seeing somewhere in the order of 6, 7, 8 units on each floor, so it's a very, very small floor plate. couple of key things with Maverick that you should be aware of. First of all, Khalid does have what we call Empire Club status, so elite access into allocations for units within the project. So it's a real reason why you should work with Khalid on that project, on this project in particular. The building will feature a number of things that other buildings don't have or have never had. And one of our biggest components is the building will have what's called a social architect. A lot of buildings in Toronto have a concierge, and the concept of a concierge is different in New York or in Las Vegas or in London than it is in Toronto. In Toronto, a concierge has become really a security guard come person who picks up your parcels if they're delivered and says hello to you at the end of the day. When you go to places like New York, like Las Vegas, like Chicago, London, a concierge does more than that. So what we've done in this building is we've created two people. We've created a doorman, which is, for lack of a better word, the concierge for other buildings. But we also have the social architect, and the social architect's goal is to curate, to create events for the residents of the building. So those events may not be in the building per se, they may be in Toronto. And as an example was an event that we attended, which was we had taken over a club downtown for an introduction of the project. So what will the social architect do as an example? They may try to book the AGO for a night and have an art exhibit so that the residents of the building can have access sort of in an exclusive way. Or there may be the new restaurant of Toronto, and we may try to book 50 seats for one night for the residents of the building. Again, it will be pay as you go as far as attending these events, but we'll have that person paid for it, part of your maintenance fees, to create, to curate these events for the residents of the building. I'd like to say that a lot of buildings have great amenities, and this building will be no different, with a great gym and a great party room and a WeWork type area. But really, what is the amenity that is best suited for a building like Maverick? Well, I'll tell you, the amenity is Toronto. We live in one of the best cities in the world. I never say it's the best because I've just never been to every city in the world. But I've had the fortunate travel across Europe, to go see Hong Kong, to have an office in Dubai for a few, and I love New York. I really love New York, but I keep coming back to Toronto, and I say Toronto to me is the best city I've had the pleasure of living in.
Right.
So what is our greatest amenity? People don't, it's Toronto. It's the beauty of the restaurants, the people, the nightlife, the art. We've got the International Italian Film Festival coming up. We have film festivals from all around the world. Again, this building is directly across from the Toronto International Film Festival, a world-renowned film festival, maybe only second to Cannes. Right, when you think about World Film Festival, it's Cannes, it's TIFF, and maybe Sundance as a different one, as an alternative type of film festival. And you're right in the heart of everything in this building. You'll never beat this location.
Absolutely. For the end users, it's of great importance. All these things are very important.
Fantastic.
Can you tell me something like from the investor points of view, how it's going to work?
Well, I guess the best thing I can tell you from an investor point of view is that we are going to change the way that you can lease units in the building. It is not going to be an Airbnb building. I'm sorry for those people who want Airbnb, but we will allow short-term rentals as low as 3 months, which does help investors out greatly, because what you're going to get here is you're going to get a different type of clientele if you want to do those type of short-term rentals. You're going to get the maybe not necessarily the movie star, but the secondary characters in movies, because Toronto really is Hollywood North.
Absolutely.
So if somebody's shooting a film for 3 months and they want to come in here, you'll get that type of client. You get a lot of banking people who come in from different cities on 3-month, 6-month contracts. You'll be able to lease to them. I think one of the key components here is the location cannot be repeated. So, over time, like anything, the capital gains that you're going to experience here are going to be fantastic on a project like this.
And I know that you're directly coming from the construction side of the select. Thank you very much. And would you like to give any message to the viewers who would like to book in Maverick?
Okay, so I'll even go further, to book in Maverick, to book in Phoenix, or to book in any of our high-rise projects, or for that many of our low-rise projects. Speak to Khalid. He is one of our Empire Club premier agents. He often will get first access whenever we work with real estate agents. He will always have first access to our projects. So it's important that you work with Khalid for the other reason that he understands us. He's able to walk you through our agreements of purchase and sale. He knows them. I can tell you that you can speak this too, all of your buyers have made money with me.
Absolutely.
Every single one. And I'm not even talking just about the investors. I'm talking about the people you have put in to our condos and our houses who are living there. Yes, it's the house. You don't actually think of it as an investment, but when you think about it, buying a house is the biggest investment you'll ever make in your life, and all of your buyers have always made money with me.
Absolutely. And the minimum amount which they're making in, for example, Eau de Soleil, the minimum profit, $100,000 at least.
Yeah,
most of them were.
I'm shooting myself for not buying in that project. Trust me. When I went there and I saw the 4th floor units having these incredible water views, and I know your clients bought in the lower part of the building also, where the prices were at the lowest, and they have some of the most spectacular views you can imagine. And I actually just posted on my Facebook one of the views from the 4th floor. I just cannot believe how well your investors and your clients who are going to live there have done in that project and in all of our projects.
All right. Thank you very much, Dan. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Absolute pleasure. Absolute pleasure.
And if you want more information, you're most welcome. You can either call me. My name is Khalid Aziz, or Mashood Khalid. Our number is 647-865-2949. Or you can visit our website, which is on the screen. Thank you very much. See you again.
Thank you.
Thank you.